How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for episode 18 of StoneBlock 3, where I did not AFK as long as I should have. So this is only at 93 singularities, it's got a long way to go. This actually ended up getting stuck, but I fixed it just recently. So we're going to throw away our uranium here. I believe we should be at like 1.6k on our train tracks. Yep, 1.6. And I learned that our coke oven does not work well with the temporal pouch. So if I speed it up all the way, which takes like 2 hours or something like that, it still barely moves. So we're going to end up putting a bunch of watches over here at some point, because it's going to need it if we're ever going to get it's like 50,000 buckets or something like that. I don't know, it's some insane number. But we're not going to focus on that today. Today is the day that we bite the bullet. And that means that I'm going to make a fission reactor. So, I guess let's go figure out exactly where I want to do that and get started on it. First off, we're going to do it in the demon world. That way if anything goes terribly wrong, well, it's not our home that gets irradiated, it's theirs. So we're just going to fly over here, off into the distance, so that nothing's spawning. This looks like it's probably far enough away. Zip all the way down here. That might be a little low. Let's go, like 0 maybe? This'll do. So we're just going to pull out our balloon. Pop! And that is going to be where we start building from. So let me just fly up here, and we're actually going to set a temp pad location right here. Run program, new location, reactor, add location. That way we can TP back and forth as needed. And let's just get started. We need to start with our casings, so grab out these. And I think we're going to do, I don't know if we want to do like a 12 by 12 or a 10 by 10. But either way, we'll line it up against the chunk border first, because that's, what, 16 by 16, I believe? And then we can go from there. Maybe we do 10 by 10. That's what, 3 off of each side? That might not be bad. And then 3 off this side. And repeat. Alright. 10 by 10 seems like it might be a decent enough starting point. Let's go ahead and fill this all in. And actually, we're going to head home, because I want to grab the construction wand. Alright, and this should speed things up considerably. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Alright, there's our 10 by 10 base. And now on each of the corners, we have to build up. That way we have solid edges. And then we'll use reactor glass in the middle. There's one more corner, and all the way up. And there we go. Let's go ahead and put away our reactor casings for now. Let's grab our reactor glass. And then if we just lay out the bottom layer here, we should be able to builder's wand the whole thing. Just like that. Let's fly to the outside, and then we just bop, 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 all the way up. And we've got 4 solid walls, so let's put our glass away. And the entire top is actually going to be out of these ports, I think. Because, well, we're going to need a lot of water pumping in at any given time. So I think it's just safer to make sure that we have as many inputs for water as possible. Originally, the plan was I was going to use these pumps and just a water source and put them like all around the sides. But I think there's a better way. And for that better way, we had to get a dynamic tank. And that's what we're going to focus on building next after I get rid of this stupid stick. So let's grab out all of our dynamic tank pieces. And our dynamic valves. And then from here, we're going to go... How many blocks up do we want it to be? I want to be able to stand up here, I think. Although I guess I don't really need to. Nah, it'll be fine. This is what we'll do. So the dynamic tank will be the same size as the reactor, roughly. And if for some reason it's not holding enough water, we'll make it bigger. Alright, that works for me. Now we'll just break... Nope, don't fall off. Let me up here. Break these two. And this. And then the entire bottom is going to be valves. Just like that. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and build up the edges here. And we use our builder's wand to bring this up however much we want. I think that's probably good. We'll fill in the inside now. And that's probably a good enough size. How much does this hold? 12, let's see, 100,000 million, 12 billion megabuckets, which is, if we take off 3 zeros, it'll be 12 million buckets of water. So now, all we do is we throw in our Evertide amulet, and I think if you change this to empty, it won't move like it just did. And it should be good now. It should just hold all that, problem solved. So now, obviously, we need a way to bring the liquid back and forth, so let's dump everything off and grab all of our fluid pipes here. And our pipe wrench, because I'm gonna need it. And then we just start laying them out. And I don't think it matters that they're connected to each other. And you know what? I also need some pipe upgrades. So we'll grab some of these. And problem solved. So now we'll go through and we'll upgrade all of them and make sure they're pumping as much as possible. And we repeat the process. And last layer. Change all of these to suck. And give them all upgrades. Perfect. And all of them should be doing 10,000 millibuckets a tick. And it looks like they all are. So now all we should have to do is come underneath here. And we should just be able to click this and it will be good to go. It'll start filling with water. However, we can't have a reactor without, the most important pieces of a reactor. So, we need to come in here, dump off, keep some of our pipes on us, just so I have enough. Dump off the rest, dump off our upgrades, and now we need the fission fuel assemblies. So for that, we'll come in, and you're supposed to use a checkerboard pattern, I guess, because it's the most efficient. And they're not supposed to be, like, side-to-side flush with each other. Like that. That's apparently a no-no. So we'll fill all of this in. And then we're going to mirror this above us with the control rod assembly. Starting here. We'll make sure they're even. That's on a corner. Corner's open. Corner. Corner's open. Everything looks like it's good now. So we'll just fly up here, and we're just going to use our builder's wand to bring this all the way up. Fly outside one, and pop! That should have completed it all the way around. Top to bottom, looking good. Let's grab some more of our reactor glass. That way we can fill in that hole we made. And this should complete the reactor. So now if we click on it, there we go. We got the heat graph. Everything's looking good. So that's all fine and dandy. Now we're going to start filling it with water. All we got to do is bring our pipes down one. Oh yeah, there it goes. It fills so fast. It's got 100 million millibuckets in it, and it should go forever. This shouldn't have dropped. Perfect. So we've got our infinite water supply. And now we need a place for our coolant to leave from. So let's just grab this, and let's grab another port. We'll just put a port right here. Change to output coolant. And now I think this will come out as a steam, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me just... I can't really run it to test either. However, we can try... Let's see, where is it? I don't know if it'll use a mechanical pipe or if it'll use a pressurized tube. But if it comes out of steam, I think pressurized tube is probably the way to go. Tube seems like it's air. So we'll attach this to the side. Maybe. There we go. And then from there, we will attach a trash can, which it does not appear I brought, so let's head home. And we're going to make an ultimate trash can. For that, I need to make a fluid and an energy, and we should already have a normal. So we'll just head on back. Alright, and we're back. This is looking good, that's looking good. So we're just going to connect our ultimate trash can right here. Then that looks like it should be working, but we're going to configurator to... We want this to be on a push, I guess. So change that to push. That should work whenever I run it. If all else fails, we'll start it and immediately stop it and see how things go. Because obviously we don't have a heated coolant yet. Because I don't have fuel to start it. So leave that as is, and now we gotta start laying out everything else to actually run the beast. So let's put everything away. And you know what? I didn't bring any sort of building blocks, so I guess let me go grab those. And we are just going to use deep slate bricks, I think, because, well, I like the look of them. So let's lay one out, and then we will set up our 3x3 here. Hopefully I brought enough with me. And there we go. We got a 3x3. We got our reactor sitting here. And now we're just going to start laying it out. So let's just pick a bag to put our building blocks in for now. And let's see. First things first. We got to run down the line of the order we have to make things in. So, we need a rotary condenser, and along with the rotary condensator. And for that, we need infinite water running into it, and then we need to make water vapor. So let's pull out that, which is right here. That'll go into making sulfuric acid, combining sulfur trioxide with water vapor. So oxygen, we need the electrolytic separator, turns chemicals into another. Water into hydrogen and oxygen. Chemical oxidizer turns solids into chemicals. Here that would be sulfur into sulfur dioxide. So let's grab out chemical oxidizer and our electrolytic separator. And we'll just kind of start getting this all set up here. I think if we're doing it like this, we'll do... Okay, so I take it... One of these is the input for power, and one of these is the input energy back, output right, blue. I don't know which way one of these pulls things. Let's see. Let's grab our tesseracts here. I don't know how this works exactly. We'll do... Is this the back? Set this to power. Activate. Now if I turn this, will it still work fine? Either way, we'll set it up here for now. And the chemical oxidizer, this should be using... turn sulfur into sulfur dioxide. So we need an item pipe and an upgrade, and we need one of these. And all we should have to do is we want to set up our EMC link, but above that we want an item pipe. We'll hope this counts as an input. EMC link, pull, item upgrade, and then I don't know if I have sulfur learned. I apparently do not, so let's go home one more time. And we want to make sure we have sulfur and fluorite both learned. And I think it should be sulfur powder, so if I run over here, we should be able to grindstone this. Ooh, you know, I forgot I took this down. That could be an issue, huh? How do I make sulfur dust? I can make an earth charge. For that, I need this powder. Nope. What about alchemy table? I could use lava, crushing, that, pulverizer. No, I can do it in the enrichment chamber. Alright, well, let's get an enrichment chamber set up then. We'll just head back. And actually, no, I'll set up an enrichment chamber right here. Do I have that on me? No, I don't. Hold up. Pop. Enrichment chamber. Let's throw this down. Set this here. Power, activate. Perfect. And we'll just pop. Let this do its thing real quick. We'll grab one sulfur, because that's all I need. There we go. Problem solved. Break both of those. Learn sulfur, learn fluorite. Take one of those with us. Take one of those with us, and we should be good now. Let's head back. Fly back up here. Now, if we click on this, we should just be able to learn sulfur. And it should go. And it makes sulfur dioxide. So now we'll bring down our bag here, and we're going to grab 4 muffling upgrades, 4 energy upgrades, or 8 energy upgrades and 8 speed upgrades. We're just gonna pop, pop, pop. And that should go just fill up in absolutely no time. It's got plenty of power. Shouldn't even make a dent in our system at all, though. And we're good to go. So that's going. We got sulfur dioxide working. Now, if we take a look at our next thing, we need to make sulfur trioxide. Chemical infuser combines 2 chemicals to make another. Here, that'd be sulfur dioxide with oxygen to make sulfur trioxide. So now, we need our electrolytic separator here. If we put this here, it looks like it's got a couple exits. Actually, we'll move it forward 1. We'll do here, I guess. I think that's a pretty good spot. Tesseract this. Power. Activate. And then this is one that should get one of our infinite water sources. So let's bring this bad boy down. Grab an Evertide amulet. And we just throw that in. We want it dumping this side, but we want it keeping oxygen. So now we're going to grab 4 muffling, 8 speed, and 8 energy. And we'll repeat our process here with stacking it up as high as it'll go. And full of oxygen. Perfect. Problem solved. So now we need to combine those. So if we take a look at our quests, sulfur trioxide chemical infuser combines 2 chemicals to make another. Here that would be sulfur dioxide with oxygen to make sulfur trioxide. So let's grab our chemical infuser. We'll put this right between the two. And it looks like it's got 4 input/output, which is perfect. So let's grab... If we're doing oxygen, then I should be able to just use a pressurized tube. Hopefully. We'll bring down our configurator and we'll set this to push. And this should fill with oxygen. It's got oxygen here. Looking good. I don't know why that's not going above the 256. Oh, it's because this is filling with oxygen. Okay, works for me. And now we need to bring in the sulfur dioxide, and this one I think is a fluid. So let's check, and we'll bring down one of our mechanical pipes. Set one of these up. Maybe it's not a fluid. Maybe I need to change this around and use this end as an output. No, not there. Let's try another one of the tubes. Oh, now it connected. Alright, now this is filling with sulfur dioxide. I guess I had it flipped around the opposite direction it needed to be. So now we'll set this to push anyways, just to be safe. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's also not what I wanted. You know, it was working. We'll leave it as is. This is filling up with that. This is going. So that's looking good. Alright, perfect. So now from here, let's see. Oh, it doesn't have power, so let's grab a tesseract and we'll attach this to the back. Power, activate. This should be making our sulfur trioxide. And again, let's grab our upgrades here. Speed, energy, muffling. Bop, bop, bop. That should just fill up. Problem solved. Sulfur trioxide. Everything's looking good. All of our systems should end up full pretty soon. And then that will be set. And now, if we take a look, we have the sulfur trioxide. And now we need to combine that with water vapor to make the sulfuric acid. So we need to start making water vapor. Polonium releases nuclear waste, blah, blah, blah. Fissile fuel, lengthy, complex recipe. First step would be to make water vapor in the rotary condenser. So bring down the rotary condenser. Let's put this here. That way I can put a machine right here if I need to run into from both sides. Alright, so now we got that. Let's throw our tesseract back on top. Power, activate. That's running. And now we want it on deconcentrating. And we want to throw in our fluid. So we're going to grab another one of our Evertide amulets. Just going to fill it up. I'm going to take this out for now because I want to hold on to this just to be safe. Because the deconcentrator is very weird with the Evertide amulet. If you have this in here and you toggle the operation again, or you pick it up and put it back down, it will crash your game. So we're just going to leave this sitting here and hope it works properly without causing any problems. Let's just grab our upgrades. Energy, speed, muffling. Let that do its thing. It should fill up in no time at all. Now we have water vapor. And if we take a look here, we have all that. Hydrofluoric acid, chemical dissolution chamber uses sulfuric acid to dissolve items into a new chemical. No. Now we need to figure out what machine it is that we make the sulfuric acid in by combining sulfur trioxide with water vapor. So we'll just take a look here and we'll look up sulfuric acid. Now to make this, it's a chemical infuser with sulfur trioxide and water vapor. So we need to make another chemical infuser. Let's go home. Let's run over here. Let's make a chemical infuser. All right. And now, looking through how we're going to run this down our set here, we have chemical infuser will pump in the sulfur trioxide, will pump in the water vapor, it'll make this sulfuric acid, which is different from the sulfuric acid liquid for some reason. I'm not entirely sure, but I think since this one says decondensating, I can probably, if I right-click here, yeah, it condensates down to that. Or we use the chemical dissolution chamber if we wanted to make whatever else, which we need to make hydrofluoric acid. And for that, we need fluorite blocks. Or I'm assuming you can use normal fluorite. Yeah, you can use just fluorite. Okay, so that's good. Do I have enough fluorite to make a fluorite block? Oh, I just have a fluorite block. We'll just take one of these instead. And we have our chemical infuser. I'm going to need another condensator. Or wait, no, because it'll use the chemical infuser, right? Let's see. Hydrofluoric acid, chemical dissolution chamber, which I believe I have. Dissolution chamber. Okay, we're looking good. So now we want to get rid of this stupid stick. And temp pad back. Alright, so now we have our rotary condensator and we have this. So now we want to use the chemical infuser. We're going to put this here. Wait, no, hold up. We don't want that connected. So we do want this, but we want it turned this direction. And then we put a tube here. And that should pump out the sulfur trioxide into this. Or the sulfur dioxide. Wait, no. No. Don't do that. I want sulfur trioxide into this. And it's going again. It's just taking its time. I need the sulfur trioxide in here, not sulfur dioxide. And I can't get rid of this. If I pick this up, is it going to keep that? Shit. I missed it. No! Give me that. Let me just fly back up real quick. I need to pump out sulfur trioxide and nothing else. How do I do that? Gas sulfur dioxide, gas sulfur trioxide, gas oxygen. Okay. I didn't even realize that it told me that has liquids or gas in it specifically. So the problem is if I put the pressurized tube here. Oh, now it's filling with trioxide, which is good. Not this one. Alright, sulfur trioxide. And then we need our chemical infuser, which I gotta make sure isn't still holding the other chemical. It is sulfur dioxide. Can I empty this? Oh, actually, I can just go EMC this, I bet. And then it should be empty, because I don't think it keeps the data for whatever's in it whenever you EMC it. There we go, come back down. Chemical infuser. Sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide, perfect. And now we want... Ooh, our condensator might need to be moved slightly. Unless... No, this is an output, so that's fine. And then we want to pump in water vapor, which is a gas. So we need our tubes. And then hopefully I can put a tesseract on top of this. If not, I will fly around and put one on the bottom. Okay, perfect. Clear this. Grab our thing, grab our bag. Grab a speed, a muffling, and an energy upgrade. And we bop, bop, bop. Get rid of the stick of lies. And now this should have... Yeah, okay, it's got a bunch of sulfuric acid in it. Perfect. And now we want to pump this into our chemical dissolution chamber, which we will grab here. And then we're going to set this here. Input, output, looking good, I think. Chemical dissolution chamber. We fill this up, we add the item, and it gives us an exit. Okay, perfect. So now we will grab... sulfuric acid is also a gas, okay. So we want to grab some more pressurized tubes. And the problem is I don't want these to connect. I want to disconnect these. Oh, wrong pipe thing. Hold up. Configurator. Disconnect these. This used all the water vapor. Alright. We're just going to sit this here and we're going to hope that it sticks, basically. Oh, wait. Decondensating. We're going to leave this in here. Nothing can be pulled from here now. We have to leave this as is, because I can't change anything. Pressurized tube. Pressurized tube. Tube. I can't disconnect these. I could try to move... I could move this up one. That's what I'll do. We're going to grab this, and I'm going to grab some blocks, move this up a couple, and then we bring down the chemical... grab the chemical infuser again. Set that there. Perfect. Okay. And then we pressurize tube, tube, tesseract on top, power, activate. Alright, and now I can pump out the front, and I can bring it down where it needs to go. Okay, perfect. So now tube, we just bring this over. I'm going to move this over one, which was the dissolution chamber. Bring this back down. Tube connected. Sulfuric acid. This should be full now. Wait. Is this one input, not output? It's because it's not powered. Let's power it. Power, activate. Let's see. We've got sulfuric acid filling this. Let me try spinning this around, perhaps. Alright, now it filled with sulfuric acid. That must have been my input. So put this on top. Power, activate. And then we need an item pipe, which hopefully I can pump items in through here. And then we'll bring our EMC link, which I should have another one of, yes. Set this here. Fluorite block. And then we'll bring our pipe wrench down. Set this to pull. Transferring 4 items, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Alright, change plans. I'm going to move this again, because clearly it's going to be a problem. We're going to set it here. We're going to set the tesseract here. Power, activate. Dissolution chamber here. Pressurized tube here. And then let's check transporter config. No, side config. Energy green, back, yellow, extra, bottom, blue, input, whatever. If I set this on top, maybe it'll work. Let's try that. Try our EMC link here. Throw in our, fluorite block. Bop. Set that there. Set this to pull. Alright, this is running now. So now we need more of our upgrades. So we move all of this. We grab this. We need speed, muffle, energy. Oh, it already filled up. Okay. Speed, muffle, and energy. Perfect. We've got maxed out hydrofluoric acid now. So we'll need to pump that somewhere else. But let's take a look here. Mechanism. We've got hydrofluoric acid. Now we need to get the uranium hexafluoride, which is the main ingredient in fissile fuel. So we need to make yellow cake uranium now, which we do in an enrichment chamber. I actually need to go get another EMC link. And we're back. Perfect. So from here, we need the enrichment chamber. We're just going to put this, like, here, I guess. Let's see. How many steps are between this and this? If we have the enrichment chamber, and then use a chemical oxidizer to get uranium oxide, and then to get uranium hexafluoride. Let's look that up really quick. Uranium hexafluoride, which I assume is this one. We need hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. And then that'll be a chemical infuser between the two. And then the uranium hexafluoride. What do I use this for? And you put that straight in here and it gives us fissile fuel. Okay, perfect. These will connect. Hold up. We'll move this back over here a little bit. I'm going to put this one here. Enrichment chamber. And then we're going to put the tesseract on the bottom again. Enrichment chamber. Item pipe. Let me grab out some upgrades here. We'll just put that in. And then we'll grab our EMC link. That'll go on top. And then we throw in a uranium ingot. We set this to pull. Then the enrichment chamber starts its thing, which I think I'm out of upgrades, basically. Energy upgrade, speed upgrade. We'll use both of those really quick. That'll start pumping out yellow cake uranium, which, actually, I don't even need to do this part. Yellow cake uranium has a EMC value, so this whole system can be moved. And I can use an EMC link for this. Alright, so we'll head home in a minute so we can learn that. But in the meantime, you take that and you get the uranium oxide created in a chemical oxidizer. So chemical oxidizer, if that went here, then we need an ingredient in the middle, and then we need the centrifuge. So this. Which one of these is the chemical oxidizer? Alright, so that only looks like it has one input, one output, so that's not so bad. So we can kind of do that here, like right on the edge, right? Chemical oxidizer, and then you combine those to get the uranium hexafluoride, which you do inside of the... No, to get uranium hexafluoride in the chemical infuser. So that'll have two inputs and an output, and then we'll need an output and the centrifuge. So we'll leave that, like, here, maybe? And this will be where our chemical infuser goes. So let's lay that out, which goes inputs on the sides, output on the front. Let's turn this here. Perfect. And that's... Oh, wait, does that not get power from the one below it? Okay, it does. That's fine. Bop, bop, set this down here. Alright. And so now I need the chemical oxidizer, which I don't think I have another one of, but I might. Chemical oxidizer, okay. So we set this here, which, where's the output on this? It's on the back. What looks like the back, at least. So we want to spin this around. That's the output, chemical oxidizer, chemical infuser, that's perfect. And then we put an item pipe on top of this. Put an EMC link on top of that. Perfect. This will be set to pull, and we give this an upgrade, and then I need to go learn yellow cake uranium. Fly on up here, come on over, and then we put yellow cake uranium in this, and then not enough energy to operate. Interesting. Is this thing going to take a lot of power? Oh, it doesn't have any power attached to it. Where did I attach the power to this one? Ooh, on the front? Am I going to need to bring this forward one? It looks like I do. Hold up, wait a minute. What if I do... And then I'll just turn this one, the chemical oxidizer. Place it here. Oh, that's a chemical infuser, not an oxidizer. Hold up. Turn that. Starts working. Bring our item pipe back. Bring our EMC link back. Learn that again. Pipe wrench. Set this to pull. There we go. Chemical oxidizer making uranium oxide, which is a gas. So bring down our tube. We run this into this with tubes, so bop, bop. This should start filling with uranium oxide. Okay, and then we go into mechanism again. Uranium oxide, that's fine. Now we need uranium hexafluoride, which is that what's coming out of here? No, this is hydrofluoric acid. Or wait, not uranium hexafluoride. You make uranium hexafluoride with hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. So we pump these together. So hydrofluoric acid is a gas, so we just bop, bop, connect these. This should start making uranium hexafluoride, and we're actually going to go home and grab some more upgrades. We're going to put in muffling energy speed. Muffling energy speed. This is powered, so now we pump the uranium hexafluoride into the isotopic centrifuge. So let's grab out our centrifuge, which we're going to put back a little further. We're going to put here. Put a tesseract on the bottom and hope that powers it. Okay, it's got power. Close that off. And I don't know where we pump in and where we pump out on this, I won't lie. So let's see, if I take a look at this, transporter, side config, output right. I don't know what it considers to the right here. I guess trial and error. So I can't turn this, so let's do this. And then we've got the uranium hexafluoride, so let's grab our gas, our tubes. And then we bop, 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 bop. I guess that's not the input, maybe? Oh, there's the input. Uranium hexafluoride making fissile fuel. And then muffling upgrade, energy upgrade, speed upgrade. Okay, we've got plenty of fissile fuel now. Not enough room. Everything will start backing up into all of the pipes, and then as it makes room, it should be good. So we've got everything all set up all the way to fissile fuel. It looks like this is probably our output, which is a problem. Fissile fuel is a gas, okay. So now we do this input here. Then we will use our tubes, and this should start filling with fissile fuel. Okay, it's going. We're getting fuel for it. Alright, so now we basically have a reactor ready to go. We can start it up at any time, but then we'll start getting the heated coolant as well as the waste. And we want to make sure that we know what we're doing with both of those first, because otherwise it'll cause problems. So, we need to take a look at mechanism, and we got the fission reactor, we got the fissile fuel. The pressurized reaction chamber combines an item and a chemical into another item and another chemical. So to get the polonium pellets, we need to do water and polonium, but to get polonium, we need to do water and nuclear waste. So, we need 2 of the pressurized reaction chambers, one with sulfur dust in it, and the other with fluorite dust in it. This will be the second of the 2. So now, we want to set those up. We're going to want a waste output, so we'll do that on this side. Fission reactor port, output waste, and then we want to grab this. We shouldn't need the chemical infuser, but we do need a pressurized reaction chamber. So we set this here, which it looks like is fine. I don't know the best way to fill this with water, though. I could make a port on the side of the dynamic tank with a fluid pipe and just bring it down to this, I guess, maybe. Like this, and like that. And grab our pipes, set them to pull. Make sure we put upgrades in those. Swap these out. And then we'll just bring our pipes down into this. Okay, that's full of water. Heat the process here. Alright, grab our other pressurized reaction chamber, because I may as well put that down. Power, activate, pressurized reaction chamber. Repeat the process here. Tesseract, power, activate. Close this up. That's got power and water. That's got power and water, looking good. Alright, so now, I don't know what form the waste will come in. So the only thing that we can really do to test is we're going to activate this. We're just going to activate. Then we're going to turn it off and let it do its thing. We've got 12 millibuckets of nuclear waste, which comes out as gas. Okay. So let's grab our pressurized tube here. Bop. This has nuclear waste in it now. And let's make sure we have our upgrade cards in these. Alright, now as this gets nuclear waste, we have water, we have nuclear waste, and now I need sulfur dust, right? Water, nuclear waste, sulfur dust. So we need to get sulfur dust, so let's go home. Oh, actually, we already learned sulfur dust, but I don't think we learned fluorite dust. Perfect. Nuclear waste is there, so we will grab our item pipe now. Put this here. And then we will put our EMC link here. And then we will bring down our pipe wrench, pull, and this one gets sulfur dust. Do I need to bring my water in from a different angle, perhaps? What if I try to bring the water in from that side and the item in from the top? Alright, this is getting sulfur dust now, though. So we throw that in, should fill up immediately, problem solved. And now I guess the only way for us to tell is to run this a little bit, maybe? But then we'll end up getting the spent nuclear waste. Or no, we'll get polonium, and then, let's see. Okay, so we have that. We want to change this up to do it opposite, but the same. This will be fluorite dust. So pull, add, fluorite dust. Okay, and then we'll throw on a upgrade there. And so now this one, whenever it gets the polonium, which we will pipe across with whatever kind of thing it needs. Then we get radioactive, or spent nuclear waste, which we will figure out what to do with from there, I guess. So we turn the reactor on. Activate. The reactor's very loud, and I don't know what our muffle is for it. Let's stop it for now. We got 10 MB of polonium, which is a gas. So we need to grab our tube and figure out which angle polonium comes out of. Let's see, stats, Our current burn rate limit is 0.1 MB per tick. So what if we change it to 2 MB per tick? I was going to say it wasn't making fissile fuel there for a second, which was weird. Oh, it's like making a specific amount at a time. We don't want this to go down is the problem. Alright, let's scram that. We're up to 180 polonium, which I can't seem to pump out. Fluids, can't eject. Energy, can't eject. Gases, eject on. Oh, there we go, polonium. Okay. So we link these up, and then we do here, transporter config, or wait, side, gases, input, right. Hold up, I need to figure out how to muffle that. I have to, it's so loud. Aha, reactor. Oh my god, that's so much better, it's so loud. Alright, our polonium should go up. Anytime this has enough, it makes polonium, it pumps polonium into here. We've got fluorite, which should, once we have enough, give us a pellet and nuclear waste. Which we need to see what the spent waste is. I assume it's a gas, but it's really hard telling. It seems like this is taking care of our heating problems. Ultimate pressurized tube. You can see the gas in there, but it's pumping straight into that, so that's looking good. So I wonder if I can use the ultimate trash can to take care of our spent waste, or if I need to use the radioactive waste barrels. Either way, we have a reactor. It's doing its thing. Our fission fuel is going up. It's not decreasing, which means I could probably increase the burn rate if I want to. And maybe we'll go through and get these a little faster. So maybe we try a 5. Heat graph, we're looking good still. I really want to keep an eye on our fissile fuel. Alright, once this hits 1,000, I think is probably when we'll get a polonium pellet. I bet I can use an item pipe to pull polonium pellets from the back of it if I just, let's see. Item pipe, no here. And we'll want to, once we get a polonium, we'll want to set that as the filter on it. Okay. We got our first polonium pellet. There we go, looking good. Chapter completed mechanism. So now we want to, let's see, grab a filter, grab this. We just bop, bop, filter, add polonium, submit, and then we ender chest here. And whenever it gets another polonium pellet, it should take care of that. Now, the spent nuclear waste is a gas. So we're going to get another ultimate trash can. Because if this does work, I want it to work. And we are looking good. We're at 560 millibuckets there. Still running. We were at like 1145 before, so we're still going up, which means I can up the burn rate. We're going to do 10. Heat graph is still looking fine. Temperature's looking good. Let's see. 1187 is what we're going to keep an eye on for now. This is pumping through. That's pumping out polonium. And we get the pellet, but it didn't auto-pull the pellet. We'll set this up here. And it's still not pulling the polonium pellet, which is not good for us. Because maybe I can change this. Let's see. Side config items. We need front. Front output. I think it just went into our system. And now we need to do something with the spent nuclear waste. So it's a gas. Let's grab our pipe here. Set this here. Run this through. Just like that. Set this to push. Didn't take our polonium, which is good. And then we do click here and we side config gases back, output blue. And this has our spent nuclear waste in it, but it doesn't look like it went into the trash can, which is a problem. However, we can take care of that because we've got all of these. So now we're just going to grab our radioactive barrels. We're going to move our trash can. We're going to let this sit where it's at for a second. We come down here, and all below the reactor, we're just going to fill in. Let's see, I need more tubes. Did I use all the tubes? There's 20 of them. So we grab our pressurized tubes, and we're just going to bring these down. And we're just going to fill in a little area here with all the tubes we have. And then we're going to start putting barrels under them. And it should pump in. Okay. And it should auto-decay while it's in here. And it looks like they hold quite a bit. And it probably will decay faster than we can go through it. But just in case, I'm just going to go home and we're going to grab some more of those tubes. Alright, we've got a fuckload of barrels down here now. Any amount of radioactivity should be taken care of. It's actually going to bother me if I don't make them even, so we got to go one more this way. And, hold up, we got to go one more this way, one more this way. And then I need to bring these out one, and there we go. Now it's one out on every single side. Looks good to me, so now we run the reactor again. 11310, activate. We want to make sure it's not going down, because if it's going down, we run out of fissile fuel, I'm sure it will cause problems. However, what we do want to do is we want to open up our FTB chunks, and then we're going to claim chunks, and we're going to claim this chunk, and then we're going to force load this chunk, so that it's always running 100% of the time. Nuclear waste is going fast, looking good. Got infinite amount there, pumping out. We were at 1310 before, it's still going up. Polonium 70, 80, 90. As soon as it hits 1,000, our nuclear waste should auto-disperse. Let's see. Okay. Nuclear waste is empty. Polonium gets emptied. We come down here. Each one of these has next to nothing in it, and it immediately gets dispersed, because there's so many of them. Okay, so now, it was 1320. It's definitely going up, so now we're going to bump this up again. We're at 10 now. We're going to double it. We're going to go to 20. There we go. Temperature's fine. Heat graph is fine. 1330. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's make sure we're not running out of water here. It's auto-refilling as soon as it goes down. Yep, we got infinite water. Looking good. Nothing here's causing any problems. 1330. We're at 1340 now. So it's still going up. We'll let it run until the next time it ticks up to be safe. Alright, well, it shot all the way back up to 1346. So we'll probably leave it there, because it looks like it's about even. And realistically, I don't need it going out that much faster. It's doing polonium, it's pumping across. If I could make it faster, that'd be fantastic. I just don't need to. It only has to get to 1,000 for a polonium, and the polonium singularities, let's see here. Polonium pellet singularity, it takes 3 for a singularity, so we need 6,000 total polonium pellets. So a little bit of time AFKing, as long as we don't run out of fissile fuel here. And we'll get it, no problem. Takes a lot less time per than it does for the ethereal slates, for sure. If we come down here and take a look, all of these should be empty. This one's still going down. Nothing in the tube. Yeah, we have our self-sufficient reactor totally set up and looking good. If I ever wanted to make another source of power, we could always set a turbine up to this and ignore the ultimate trash can, which I don't know why it works for the heated coolant, but not for the nuclear waste. I guess it's probably some special factor they have in there. And our fission fuel is actually going up little by little, but I don't think I'm going to risk it for anything. So let's go home, and let's see exactly how many polonium we're up to so far. Let's see. Last modified. Oh, it's just by me. We're at 6 polonium pellets. 7. Alright, it does its thing. That's all that matters. So now, if we want to, we can set up an export, but first, we grab some more acacia wood and put that down here. Let's see how this is looking. This is topped up. Let me grab a jumbo tank. Just pop, pop. Thank you. The reactor is certainly a lot of work, so let's see. How do I want to pump this out so that it gets automatically set up? I guess instead of using white, blue, white, I could do a similar setup here with 3 different colors between 2 of them and have it pump straight into this. So let's grab a compressor, 2 drawers, and some pipes. Let's grab 2 ender chests, which I don't have in here, so let's make a couple. Ender chest, we'll make 2 of these. And then we gotta figure out what dyes we need. Let's see, we'll do... I kind of want to do light blue, but I'm not going to. We're going to do 3 purples on both, I guess. So we'll just come here and we'll set both these down, and then we will bop, 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 bop. Perfect. Grab them both. Run down here. Oh, let me grab some drawers. And let's get this all set up. Hop. Nope. Shift. Okay. And then it is drawer, item pipe, neutronium compressor, item pipe. And I don't really need the drawer above that at all, so we'll just do the ender chest. And then we set this one to pull. And then we set this one to pull. And that will do its thing. We don't need anything else in it, because the only items that are going to be going through are polonium pellets. So now we go back to the reactor one last time. And I'm going to change our temp pad location for the reactor to right here. Reactor 1. Add location. Run program. Reactor delete location. Alright, perfect. And we just break this. Replace it with purple, purple, purple. And as soon as this gets a polonium, it pushes it through. We're looking good. Fissile fuel's still going up. Perfect. Everything's looking good. This is full of nuclear waste. Is this filling up in the background is the problem? Or is this about perfectly sped? Because we're not getting any waste backup, which I didn't even think about before. If I have to, I can always slow it down and let it go through the waste. But is this filling with waste? That is filling with waste. Okay, so I can't speed this one up anymore. It's got full speed upgrades. So we're actually going to slow this down because I don't want all this waste backing up into our system. So let's see, we're going to do 8. Leave it here and we'll see if it's going up or down. 827, 826, 825, 824. It's going down. Let's try 10. It looks like it's staying exactly the same overall. It's burning through the exact amount that it can process. Okay, so 10 is the fastest we're going to be able to go with this, because our limiting factor is our nuclear waste, but that's fine. This won't actually slow down our polonium automation at all, since it wasn't using all of the nuclear waste it's producing. So 10 is just as fast as 20 is for this sake. So polonium pellet gets pushed through. Alright, we're good. Let's head home. Let's grab our polonium pellets out of here. We'll run down below real quick. And we just throw those in, let them do their thing real quick. There we go. And we're up to 4 polonium pellet singularities. Let's grab one. And let's claim all of our rewards between this time and last time here. Mechanism is done. Blood magic we're basically done with. The only quest I have yet to finish in blood magic is the binding reagent, I guess. So maybe we do that real quick. What do I need to make the binding reagent? Alchemy table, glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, gold. Yeah, we'll just do that real quick. Hold up. Orb, bop, 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 bop. Do its thing. And there we go. And let's see. Now we'll claim the important ones for polonium pellet singularities and for ethereal slate singularities, which also will give us garbage. 4 before, now we're at 5. So, yeah, we're good. It's going up. It's still at 93, hasn't moved. It's still at 1.2, hasn't moved. Or I guess it was at 1.1 at the start of the episode, so that's not so bad. 1.8, this one's going up. It's almost done. And then I can stop that whole setup and we can actually make more watches. It's the only thing that's been stopping me from making more watches is I didn't want to stop our system that was going. But I feel like we were pretty productive today. We built an entire fission reactor, we automated polonium pellet singularities, and we did it in a safe manner with 0 leakage or explosions or whatever happens when the reactor fails, which is what I was worried about. So I would call it a pretty successful episode. That being said, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all next time. Peace.